Hi everyone, I am excited to share about Willow's new update that is currently in beta testing. As we know, one by one of the survivors are getting skill tree that ultimately leads to alignment with Lunar or Shadow Force. Willow have two main skill tree. Lighter's skill tree is focusing on her affinity with fire, while Bernie's skill tree is empowering Bernie to be even more tankier and dish out more damage. Let's start with the lighter. Control burning will help to control the fire that you set to not spread to other objects, and when you defeat enemy that is on fire, the loot that they drop will only smolder instead of burn to ash. Any meat drop from enemy will still be cooked as usual. Also, items like torch or lighter now have 100% chance to set the target on fire. Usually you will need to hit between 1 to 3 times to set a target on fire. Although it can be a problem when the fire that Willow set will not be able to spread because sometimes we want the fire to spread, especially when burning a group of trees for charcoal, I'm sure developers will come up with a solution for this as the new update is still in beta testing. Burn duration increases the duration when enemy is set on fire from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. It's really good because this means Willow will disable enemy for 30 seconds by just hitting them with a lighter. Firefighter will increase the burning damage enemy take over time by 1.5. Next, we have Brighter Lighter that increases the light radius of the lighter. It has two levels. From level 1 Brighter Lighter, the light radius increased from around 1 tile to 3 tiles, already refilling the torch. While level 2 Brighter Lighter will increase the light radius up to 4 tiles, similar to Lantern. Those are the skills to increase Willow's fire efficiency. Here we have Hungry Lighter, in which improving Lighter to be able to extinguish burning or smoldering objects, making Willow not only a Firestarter, but a Firestopper as well. Ember Tender will make Willow able to collect hot ember from enemy that died while burning. Hot embers can be used to cast skill from the Lighter skill tree. To collect the ember, right-click on the lighter and go near the embers. By the way, number of hot embers dropped from enemy is ranging between 1 to 7 hot embers. I think the number of hot embers is depending on how big or meaty that creature is. Example Buffalo, Talbert, Crockwood Rook, Koalefant and Winter Koalefant will drop 3 embers, while Pigman, Merm, Bunnyman will drop 1 ember. I think the number of embers will be finalized when this update is officially launched, as Deerclops and Toadstool only drop 3 embers, while Ancient Guardian drops 7 embers. From Ember Tender, Willow have one new skill, Flame Cast, which can be used to set anything on fire, as long as it is flammable. As there are some enemies and objects that can be set on fire, here are the quick list. The cast range is about 2 tiles, and the fire damage is stronger compared to when we set the target on fire with torch or lighter. This is useful especially for enemies that keeping distance from us. After Ember Tender, we have 3 skills we can choose. Burning Frenzy increases 25% damage dealt by Willow to burning target. Note that the 25% increase is only affecting physical damage. Example Dark Sword that deals 68 physical damage will be increased to 85 damage. While Bright Shade Sword that also deals 68 damage will be increased to 77.5 damage. Overall a very good damage boost while keeping the target panic because it's on fire. Fireball is a useful skill to create a dwarf star similar to Star Color Staff. This fireball will last for 8 minutes or 1 in-game day, with light radius fluctuating between 5 to 7 tiles. Similar to Star Color Staff, survivors can cook and will get up to 25 sanity per minute, depending on how near the survivor to the star. Spontaneous Combustion will burn all enemy in a radius, Great for fighting enemy that spawns lots of minions or group of enemies such as bee queen and spiders, or simply separating group of enemies so we can fight them one by one. After we learn 7 lighter skills, we can choose to side with Shadow or Lunar Force. Aligning with the Shadow Queen will give Willow a new skill that unleashes 5 tendrils of black flame that seek out hostile enemies. Each fire deals 100 damage, so with each cast, we can deal up to 500 damage. Note that the black flame unleashes in 5 directions before seeking out the enemy. So sometimes the fire can travel in opposite direction from the enemy and will not be able to deal any damage. However, as this is beta, I am sure the developers can adjust the target seeking to be more precise. The black flame also can travel on water and provide light in the night. Aligning with Lunar Force will make Willow able to unleash Lunar Flame in a line for 5 seconds. Each fire deals 50 damage with total 750 damage if the enemy stand on the fire for the full duration. Willow will move slower while channeling this skill, and the fire will follow where Willow is facing. Here are some details about the Lunar Fire. The fire radius is 2.5 tiles in length, 1 tile in width. When enemy die because of Lunar Fire, the items dropped will not be burned. When you are channeling the Lunar Fire and recast a new one midway, the current Lunar Fire will be replaced with a new one. The Lunar Fire damage and duration will not stack when you recast a new one. Lunar Fire will not prevent Charlie from attacking in the dark. You can click outside of the arrow range, and Willow will cast the Lunar Fire immediately, facing where you click the arrow. Lunar Fire deals 10% increased damage to shadow-aligned creatures such as Terror Beam and Damage Clockworks in Ruins. Note that there is also planar damage in the Lunar Fire and the Shadow Fire skill, however more on this when the update goes live. Being attacked while channeling Lunar Fire will not reduce the duration of the spell. However, if your armor breaks while channeling it, the spell will be cancelled. Attacking enemy, jumping to the boat, eating food, jumping to wormhole, crafting will cancel the Lunar Fire as well. But you can still change equipment while casting. Overall, this lighter skill tree is very interesting and give Willow not only offensive power, but also crowd controlling skill to make bunch of enemies panic, while not having to worry the fire will spread to other objects, thanks to controlled burning. Now we continue to Burnie skill tree. This skill tree is focusing on making Burnie to be tankier. Patch up level 1 will provide Burnie with 0.5 HP regen per second while in combat, with level 2 providing 1 HP regen per second. Barely Sane level 1 will increase the sanity threshold to activate Burnie from the usual 18 sanity threshold to 36 sanity, then level 2 will increase the threshold to 60 sanity. Accelerant level 1 increase Burnie speed by 15%, level 2 increase Burnie speed by 30%. After we learn 4 Burnie skills, we can learn new skill Tough Stuffing that increase Burnie's HP by 300. Level 1 will make Burnie's HP become 2300, and level 2 will make Burnie's HP become 2600. Hot-Headed will make Burnie automatically taunt any shadow or lunar aligned enemy nearby. And when we have learned 8 Burnie skills, we can learn Burning Burnie, a skill that makes Burnie have a burning aura, dealing 50 damage to enemies that attack Burnie. Simply light Burnie on fire to activate this burning aura for 20 seconds. It looks simple but is powerful as Bernie not only become tanking machine but also able to deal a good 50 damage to the attackers. After spending 6 skill points on Bernie's skill tree, we can choose to empower Bernie with Shadow or Lunar Force. Regardless of Shadow or Lunar Force that we choose, this skill is very powerful because it gives Bernie a planar entity protection and planar defense. A good example of this, Burger Slam that deal 175 damage will be reduced to 78.6 when it hit Bernie. A simple skill tree but very useful in increasing our defense. Choosing either Lunar or Shadow Force will give Bernie 5 planar damage bonus and 15 planar defense. So Bernie will deal 55 damage on each attack and take 15 less planar damage from enemy that deal planar damage. Overall, this is a very interesting update for Willow. I'm excited to try Willow when it goes live. Let me know how you think about new Willow skill tree in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching and cheers!